All right, and without further ado, I got one of my great friends, one of Radford legend up in the building. Here's John Paul.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? So I'm from Prince George, Virginia. It's a small town about 45 minutes south of Richmond. I'm an entrepreneurship major here at Radford, and I'm in a lot of different organizations. I am the chaplain and IFC chair for Radford's Phi Delta Theta Colony, the marketing chair for Pi Sigma Epsilon, and the treasurer for the National Society of Collegiate Scholars.
Oh yeah, JP's a busy man. Shout out PG County, eh?
Yeah.
Shout out PG
Big
County.
shout out.
And you're an RA.
I am also an RA.
And how long have you been an RA?
This is my second year.
Second year, and you like it? You enjoy it?
I love it.
Love it. And you get free housing. You get your housing
Free
paid for.
and food.
And food. See, I didn't even know that until you told me, what was it, last semester? We were both at Chick-fil-A, and you were like, dude, I can swipe for you. Like, I get free swipes. I was like, what, they pay for your food too?
It's about $5,000 a semester.
That's awesome. So you get the $630 loaded onto your card by them, and then
Yep.
anything else is like you have to pay for it.
I have to pay for it, yeah.
Yeah, but still, I mean, $630.
Yeah, if I have to add $100 at the end, it doesn't
Exactly.
matter.
So we'll get right into some of the questions. Since you are an RA, what is your single most favorite part about being an RA?
I love being able to make connections with young students, because that's really all I'm dealing with, and being able to help make their bad days better, being able to show them campus resources, and being able to say, okay, this has happened to you, it's happened to me, here's how we fix that, or here's how we go forward.
That's awesome. So where were you in RA last year? This year, what dorm are you in?
I'm in Moffett Hall this year, and last year I was in Ingalls Hall.
Ingalls Hall. Yeah, see, I actually have aspirations of being an RA, but I think I told you this. I was a little late to the signups for fall 2020, so I'm kind of aimed for spring 2021. But I mean, dude, you definitely inspired me, especially last year when I was rushing Pi Sigma Epsilon and I had to come interview you, and you were on duty. It just seems chill, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, you get to help people and you get to meet people that are of all age groups, all around you.
Yeah, there are so many pluses. There are definitely a lot of minuses. Like Saturday morning, I got woken up at 5:30 for a fire alarm.
Yeah.
And I was the one that had to corral students.
Corral them.
Corral them out the
JP's gonna get on your ass. If you're not in line, you're gonna make sure you're in line.
That's it. But I mean, the rest of it's great.
That's awesome.
I love it.
That's really good to hear. Yeah, I'm like I said, I think I'm definitely gonna follow in your footsteps and try to do the same. As long as I don't get stuck with Muse. Don't stick me in Muse.
A lot of the Muse RAs actually really like it, just because it's all freshmen and because it is so open.
Yeah.
I've never been in Muse. Like, I've just walked through it. I've never lived there.
Yeah. Living in it is just not the best because, I mean, the biggest standout thing is the fire drills.
Absolutely.
For sure. I mean, the fire drills, I feel like they have like 3 or 4 times as many as any other dorm on campus.
Absolutely.
Which is crazy. So that's why, that's the main thing for me why like I don't want it.
Yeah.
But you know, you've gotten blessed with some good halls.
I think so.
Yeah.
I definitely think so.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of mine too. My dorm room this year, Pocahontas.
Oh, I love Pocahontas.
It's a great location.
That's where I lived sophomore year as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I just love being on campus. I mean, you can get everywhere very quickly. Food is right there. Gym is right there. You don't have to worry about parking unless you brought a car. But I don't have a car with me.
You're always safe.
Exactly, always safe.
And we're literally right next to the college where we go to.
I know.
We're business college.
Classes are right there. Exactly. Okay. Next question. Away from the RA question. You recently started a blog, correct?
I did.
You want to tell everyone what the blog is?
Yeah, so the blog is Harmonics Fitness, and the reason I created it, I've been going to the gym. A lot of people have started asking me for advice as I'm getting a little bit bigger, but I see myself as still more of a casual gym goer.
Yeah.
And everyone's making fitness Instagrams. They're boosting fitness on all kinds of other platforms, but I'm not really seeing very many blogs. And when I am seeing blogs and vlogs on YouTube, people like Matt Does Fitness or Steve Cook, those are a couple huge names. You're really seeing them talk about how to get a physique like their own.
Mm-hmm.
You're not talking about how to fit fitness into an everyday lifestyle.
Yeah.
Everyone can't look like that, and neither one of us is ever going to look like Arnold.
No.
I mean, we may aspire to, but we're not going to.
Yeah, we just don't have the genes in us.
So I just really wanted to give some tips, tell some stories about what I've been doing.
Yeah. Everyone definitely, it will be in the description. Definitely go check it out, please, and follow him on Facebook. I read a couple of your posts last night, and then when you originally sent it to me 4 or 5 days ago, I just love the way you express your thoughts, your exercises, like just the way you express everything
I appreciate
through the
that.
words. For sure, man. I mean, definitely keep it up. it could take you very far.
It's definitely a work in progress, but I think we could do some cool stuff with it.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have any ideas on what your next couple posts are going to be, or are you just taking it day by day?
I'm kind of taking it day by day, and when I get inspiration, if I'm walking down the sidewalk and I say, hey, that would be kind of cool, I'm gonna write about it.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm in the gym, people are asking me questions all the time. I kind of want to answer some of those questions, those general questions that
for sure, you
people
definitely should.
that may not be as experienced have. And honestly, every day that I go to the gym, I'm asking people that are doing different things that are different from what I'm doing, what they're doing, and why they're doing it, and how it benefits them. And I think the gym is a constant learning experience.
For sure. Everything in life is a constant learning experience. You
Absolutely.
can't learn through talking. You can only learn through listening. How long have you been lifting?
I started lifting the summer before sophomore year, so about almost 3 years.
3 years. Nice. What are some of your your biggest gym accomplishment that you've achieved today?
That's actually a really tough question. I actually just last week got to the point where I could do 4 sets of 8 with 225 on the bench.
On the bench? That's big weight. There's some NFL players in the combine that can't even do 8 reps though.
Yeah, I was stoked when I got that. There's still a lot of work to be done.
Yeah.
But
do you have any do you ever try to max, or are you someone that you'd rather get 3 reps of a certain weight rather than just 1 rep of a gigantic weight?
I very rarely max, and part of that's because I don't do compound lifts like the squat and deadlift as much as I should.
Yeah.
The last time I maxed bench, I hit 295.
295, that's solid, dude. It's
And
more than I've ever hit, and more than I probably ever will hit.
no, you're gonna get there. You're gonna get there.
I like you said, I just wait, even though you didn't say it how I'm about to say it, but I just hate maxing. I mean, I just think I just don't really see a lot of benefit in it. Like it's all I would say just bragging basically. I mean, yeah, it's good to be able to hit something one time, but if you're only doing it one time, I mean, I don't really see much benefit in it. I'd rather just do a crushing workout of 10 to 12 reps, 4 sets, rather than just one rep, and then just try to max out one time.
It takes a very long time to work up to your max when you are maxing, and then the rest of your workout's ruined.
It's ruined
because you're burnt.
Exactly.
You're spent.
Exactly.
So.
How long does it take you to write one of your posts on your blog?
So this varies. I would say a couple hours of sitting down and getting a rough draft. I just discovered Grammarly. Great resource. If you guys haven't found it yet, it will actually grade your paper for you and give you suggestions of how to make it better.
And it's free.
It's 100% free.
I love that.
I also discovered dictation on my last post. You can dictate to your iPhone, and it will literally write what you're saying.
Dang.
In notes. It's
What's
actually
called?
Dictation.
Dictation.
You click the little voice button like you would in a text message, and it's just like taking a voice memo. But from that, my last blog, which is I think it's a 5-minute read, the website said it was. It probably took me 20 minutes to just say that, and then it took me another 45 minutes to go through and edit, and then I ran it through Grammarly and posted it. So
simple.
Yeah, we're simplifying the process.
That's awesome.
And hopefully we'll be able to crank out some more stuff.
Everyone, please, like I said, it will be right in the description, top of the description. Please check out JP's blog. He's going to do well with it. Please read the first couple ones. They're solid, they're good reads, and they're inspiring. And like I said, the way you express stuff, I mean, they're inspiring. You know what I'm saying? It also it helps because I know you. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just reading someone that I've never really I can't relate to it as well. But knowing you for as long as I've known you, and also I don't think I said this, but JP is my big in PSE, in Pi Sigma Epsilon. So that's how far back we go.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how far back we go. I remember when Liz was the president, she was passing around pieces of paper, and she was like, all right, for all the new people that are about to be initiated, write down someone that you want to be your big. And I remember I was just looking around, and I was like, who can I choose? And then I remembered, because I didn't really know anyone that well, but I remember we had just had a conversation that was pretty in depth the night before, and I was like, dude, JP, I definitely got to go with JP. I was like, he's a legend, he's the man. And it was a great decision. Honestly, I would not have anyone else besides you, so I really appreciate that.
I appreciate that too, and I think we've both grown a lot in the right direction.
In the right direction, exactly.
One time.
I mean, we're both establishing platforms on the internet now, so
absolutely.
So we're doing well. But things are going as planned. Never satisfied. It's just going as planned.
Big things are coming.
Exactly.
That's it.
Now let's get a Radford question in there. Why did you choose to attend Radford out of high school?
Radford was actually my only choice. Pains me to say this, I was an underperformer in high school. Radford was basically the only four-year college that I could get into, and because of the stereotypes around Radford, my parents actually said they wouldn't pay for it. My dad did. So the whole first year was funded by me. He was not thrilled about me coming at all.
Yeah.
And I just proved him wrong and showed that you can really make anything out of the situation that you're in. I really wanted to come to a four-year college, and I think it's all about being in the right headspace.
It's a good mindset
But
to have.
back to the actual question, why I chose Radford. Small class sizes, closeness to the river, and great people. When I came here to tour, there were so many cool people around me, and that's what I just loved about it.
Yeah.
I mean, the atmosphere. I don't think I'd do well at a UVA or a Duke
Too
or
big.
even a Tech.
It's too big.
It's too big.
I'd rather be a big fish in a small pond than a small fish in a big pond.
Absolutely.
I mean, I haven't really checked out many colleges that are like smaller than Radford, like CNU or you know what I'm saying, some of those other schools. Like the smallest school I've been to is Radford, and I don't know. I just like when I go to Tech or when I go to JMU or ODU or something, I just like walk around the campus. I'm like, this is just it's too big for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would never want to have to take a bus to a class.
No.
And I guess right here, and especially because we were saying earlier that we live on campus, we can bump around anywhere we want in minutes.
Absolutely.
It's perfect. The size, I love the size of the school.
And you walk down the sidewalk and see 15 people that you know everywhere you go.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
And also, but it's big enough that you don't see the same people. Like I see a new face every single day at the
Absolutely.
gym. Like we live at the
Absolutely.
gym, and I constantly am seeing new people that I've never seen before. that
Oh,
are there.
100%.
So
It's a great place to network, great place to make connections.
yeah, and the buildings are nice. People
They are.
sleep on the buildings. They're nice. I mean,
Radford's
Chubb's
a nice school.
Yeah, Chubb's is beautiful. I don't know, like College of Business is beautiful. I mean, they got some good looking buildings, and we just opened another one, the Art and Technology building. I believe that's what it's called.
Or they just reopened the Science, right?
Yeah, or is it Science? I think it's Science.
I think
and
it's
Technology.
Sciences.
Science and Technology, kind of close to the art building though. Not
Yeah,
far.
absolutely.
Not far. But yeah, good answer. I agree with your answer as well. I mean, that's a major reason why I chose Radford. I didn't have many options on my plate, so but I'm happy with Radford.
Yes, sir.
Never go back. Your favorite course that you've taken since you've been in college?
Owning and managing a small business.
Was that management 3
It's like
250? I took that class. 271? I don't know.
somewhere in there. I'm not good with the numbers.
Yeah.
I had an amazing professor, Professor Predom, and it's not what happened in the class, it's what actually happened outside of the class and how I could relate that class to my actual life. So the class, you learn how to make a business plan and you learn how to bring something from the ground up. I've connected with Predom on LinkedIn. He's now at Auburn teaching,
Wow.
but connected with him on LinkedIn and he's helping with a couple things. But all of the business plan processes, I actually could put that concept into the real
You
world.
can apply it other places.
I applied it to my internship last summer with the Bank of Southside Virginia, looking at commercial lending to small businesses, and seeing how different people develop their business plans.
Nice.
And that was really cool to me.
That's awesome that you were able to apply it in
Oh, yeah.
even with your internship. I mean, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What classes would you recommend that I take? Because you being a senior, we both are in the same concentration within the same major. What's a course that you recommend that I take before I get out of here?
Ooh, new venture creation.
New venture creation.
Right.
Is that a 400 level?
It is a 400. I think it might actually be 450. It's just a wonderfully designed class. I'm a big fan of the classes that make you actually apply things instead of this is a textbook, chapters 1 through 3, test next Thursday.
Yeah.
And in this class, you're doing all kinds of things. You're making websites. Last semester, I took this class. I literally polled people at the gym. I took surveys at the gym. I was walking around the weight room.
That's
People
it.
were
You're one of
getting-
those who, yeah.
People were getting ticked off.
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Can
You
you
gotta
answer
do.
5 questions?
Yeah.
I was at one Saturday morning. I got to the Dick's Sporting Goods parking lot at 10 a.m. and I was asking people in a non-creepy way.
Yeah, of course.
'Cause, I mean, you could look kind of creepy just standing there.
Yeah.
But
Give or take.
yeah, but ask people if they would use a certain product. And the cool thing about that course, if a certain product wasn't successful in your polling, you could pivot to a new product and then you restart the whole process. And the whole point by the end of the semester was to show you that there are so many different ideas. Some make it, some don't. but you can always pivot, and there's always another opportunity right around the corner, and here's how you rebound from that failure.
I love classes that are hands-on, that have tons of examples, and I love classes that when the teacher is incorporating their example, like their real life examples, because I mean, I've taken so many courses where they just throw up a PowerPoint and they just read it word for word with their back to the class the entire time. It's like, buddy, like, I can read on my own, like I don't need you to do this for me. But teachers that are hands-on, they put you in groups, you're doing activities, and then you're able to apply it in other places in your life and in your curriculum. Really like it. So now, final question, final college-related question. What is the most notable change about yourself since your freshman year at Radford that you've noticed?
I think that when I came to college, I just wanted to crank it out and be done with it, get a job. I wasn't thinking that much about the experience. And I think that while I've been here, I've learned to utilize resources, look around me and find things that can better myself, and maybe I can better certain people in certain ways or better certain organizations. I'm a part of a lot of things that I'm trying to better.
Yeah.
And I've just found so many things. I've found the gym, found tons of great friends like you, and I've really developed a network, and that network will serve me. So it's not necessarily, I thought it was just going to be classroom, like I'm going to work 8 hours a day, study when I'm out of the class, and then boom, I'm going to graduate in 4 years. It became so much more, and now what I think is actually more important than the classroom is what happens outside of the classroom, because I'm developing that network, developing connections that are going to take me somewhere in life.
Yeah. The diversity amongst your friend groups has to be insane, because you just, like you said, you've been a part of so many clubs and organizations that the types of people that you've met in each of those clubs have to have vastly different personalities.
Oh, absolutely.
So you're just in all expanding your personality. You know what I'm saying? You're diversifying your thought process and everything. So, dude, so really good for you. And I remember the best advice that I've gotten at Radford, basically to date, is I remember one day JP and I were getting lunch somewhere, and he told me I was talking to him about joining SMIPO, the student investing club here, and you were just like, man, you're already involved with so many things, you don't want to overload yourself like so early, because didn't you say like that's almost what you did? You just joined.
I really did overload myself.
Yeah, you just joined so many things that you don't have time to focus really on any one thing because you're involved with so much.
Find the things that you're passionate about and make an impact in those places, and you'll see more from it. Yeah. And especially when we're interviewing with potential employers. I just had an interview last week with Geico.
Geico?
Yeah.
I love that.
I might be the old.
You might be the gecko.
I might be the caveman voice.
The spokesman? Oh, yeah, that's jokes.
But no. We talked a lot about those different things, and the organizations that are on my resume that I have had less of a role in, I didn't have as much to talk about.
Exactly.
With them, and it looks worse. So when you say, okay, here's what I did, these 2 or 3 things, but I hold tail.
And then you can dive into so many details.
Yeah, dive into so many details. This is how I changed it. We rock and rolled in this situation, and that's really where you're going to stand out to an employer.
Yeah. Like I said, that's the best advice that I've gotten at Radford in my almost 4 semesters. Simply just, I mean, when you told me, you probably didn't even mean anything by it, but that stuck with me for like a good 2 weeks before I decided to do anything in the other clubs, before I decided to join another one or get out of one. I mean, I was just constantly thinking about like, am I doing the right thing? Just trying to join all these clubs just for the sake of saying I'm a part of this, this, and this, but not really having an impact in any single one of them. But so I really appreciate you for that.
Oh, yes, sir. Anytime.
Now let's get into some random questions and topics. Any specific question that you want to touch up on first, or just me fire away?
Hit me with something random.
Hit you with something random. All right. What sports have you played in your lifetime?
Soccer and golf. I played pretty much everything rec league, but I feel like a lot of people were like that. It evolved into soccer and golf in high school.
So soccer and golf all throughout high school?
Yep.
What position did you play in soccer?
In JV soccer, I was a defender. In varsity soccer, I was a striker.
So you switched it up on him.
I switched it up on him. I wasn't great on him. I wasn't great.
A little slight Messi or something, running around the field?
No.
A bit. Oh, my dad's called me.
I was steady riding the pine.
Riding the pine. Was that the bench?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a new one. I've never heard that. Riding the pine. Might have to steal that from you, eh? All right. In golf, what's the best part of your game when it comes to golf?
Ooh, golf. I used to have a wicked iron game.
That's where you lose me. That's my worst.
My short game used to be on fire.
Really?
Now I'm back to the I don't want to say old man type of playing golf or like working person playing golf. I'm only playing 3 or 4 times a year.
Mm-hmm. When you play, what do you usually shoot? Like, what's the best you've ever shot?
Mid to low 80s.
Damn, that's impressive though.
That
Put you on the tour.
I was no.
I'm joshing, but still, I mean, that's really
Yeah.
impressive. I mean, I've never shoot anything close to that.
But I mean, that was a good day. Bad days, but I was playing every day. You have to realize
Yeah.
I was literally, and we had to walk in high school golf.
Oh, they don't have carts for you?
No,
Oh,
you
this is
can't
like the
even.
tour.
You can't even use a pull cart. Your bag's on your shoulder.
Dang, dude,
Just-
that's rough.
Yeah.
So in excuse me, I didn't mean to cut you off. Are you
You're
still
good.
going?
You're good. No,
Um,
we're good.
When you're doing a golf tournament in high school, is it just one round and whoever wins around, or is it like a 3-day, like almost like what the pros do? You play the same hole multiple times or the same course?
It actually depends on the tournament. Some so if say we were going up against your high school, say Prince George was going up against your high school, we would only play 9 holes.
And then that was it?
But then they'd have tournaments that had like 5 or 6 schools, and you'd play the whole 18.
Mhm.
There were some bigger tournaments, but I think those were on the state level.
Okay.
I never made it that far. I mean, we had some boys that would shoot 2 or 3 under
That's
on
crazy.
a round. Like, you guys are killing the game.
What's the most beautiful course that you've played at in your life?
Ooh. The nicest course I've ever played was Wintergreen, but I really haven't gone anywhere crazy.
Yeah.
I started golf when I was 9, I believe, and I started meeting golf pros at all these different courses where I was getting lessons. And I developed relationships with them, and they'd let me play for free.
Oh, they
So,
hooked it up for you.
They hooked it up for me. So I just go to those courses. As long as I'm out there walking, hitting the ball, having a good time,
That's all that matters.
that's all that mattered to me.
Yeah, that's why I love golf. I was never really like big into it, but this past summer I got pretty into it with some of my friends, and we would go to the course and we'd play a couple rounds, or we'd play a couple, like, you know what I'm saying, like the front 9, and then we'd go to the driving range. But it's just like, I love how casual it is. It's like such a social activity. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
There's no pressure. There's no, I don't know. I just love it. I love how relaxed it is.
I agree with that 100%.
Yes,
You
sir.
can go at your own pace.
Exactly. You can go at your own pace, unless you're slow and someone behind you's bumping your ass and telling you to speed up,
Oh, yeah, when
which happens.
before I tried out for golf in 8th grade, so JV golf, my dad took me to a golf course. And I was literally so bad. Someone hit their golf ball, like, at our cart, like, on
What?
purpose. Like,
That's
3
crazy.
or 4 golf balls. And they were
What?
like, you need to move.
Just tell you. Why you got to do that? Ripping balls at you, dude.
Yeah, like, you guys can just play through.
Exactly.
All you had to do was catch up.
All right. Another question. What are 2 things on your bucket list?
Okay, I want to go. I've never been out of the country. I know you said you hadn't either.
Yeah.
But I'd like to go somewhere with clear water and swim. And I would also like to get abs at some point in my life.
Yep.
Even if they only last one day.
Even if they only last one day. Hopefully you can get the abs before you go out of the country.
I think
Feel
that
what
would
I'm
be
saying?
that would be the strat.
Yeah. So are you currently in, like, what phase of lifting are you in right now? Are you in, like, a cutting, a bulking, a middle point? What's going on?
I think it's kind of a middle point with everything that I have going on right now. It's kind of, I'm getting to the gym when I get to the gym. I have a 4-day schedule, and I'm sticking to it, just hitting the next day every time I go to the gym. And I'm really looking forward to spring break to be that kind of, all right, I'm going to get back in the zone
Turn up.
and make it, yeah.
Exactly. Do you have
Just
any
getting out of the way.
ideas on what you want your goals to be when you start your cut? Like a certain weight or a certain anything?
So I'm sitting at about 186, 187 right now. I'd like to see myself get down to 175. I'm sure it can happen,
Oh, it could totally happen.
but
You can make it
we'll
happen
see.
for sure.
Yeah.
It's just how disciplined you want to be. I mean, like last year, that was when I started my cut on March 3rd, and I was able to lose a good amount of weight and get down. And it was really just a matter of not eating after like 9 p.m. Like, let's say I go to bed at 12, stop eating after 9 p.m., drinking water religiously throughout the day,
Absolutely.
and just doing cardio, and then just body exercises like push-ups, body squats, lunges, sit-ups, stuff like that. But it was surprising how quickly it came off. And then this
I'm
year,
sure.
I started my cut on February 10th, weighed in at 185.5, and hopefully by I think I was telling Benji, like, June 25th, around there. I'm hoping I can get down to 165, so lose 20 pounds. I mean, but it happened last year. Last year I lost 20 pounds, and it wasn't even that hard. So I was like, okay, if I could lose 20 pounds putting in 75% effort, what happens if I put in 100% effort? And I'm truly disciplined to the core of for the cut. And I don't know. I'm excited to see what I can do.
Absolutely. I think the more daunting thing for me is I'm about to graduate. I don't know if it's going to be easier to work out or harder to work out when I have an actual job. And I know you're not even thinking about that stuff now, but it keeps reoccurring in my mind, the image of me hitting a bulk one day and then not being able to come back from that bulk.
Yeah, dude, that's my biggest fear. Every time we're in the winter and I'm just stuffing my face with food right before bed and I'm just all chubby, I'm like, this is gonna be terrible. Like trying to get this weight off my body is gonna be hell. But yeah, I mean it's crazy. Just once you change your routine, how like fun working out becomes again. Like I was doing no cardio up until February 10th. I was playing basketball maybe and lifting, half-assing it, and now I just go in cardio, abs, lift a little bit, and I'm done. And it's just like I'm excited to go to the gym. Like I remember that feeling of actually running and getting your heart rate up, how almost happy it makes you the rest of the day. Like once you cool off and you shower, you get hit with this like wave of positivity and energy. Like that's why I need to start working out in the morning.
Oh,
I save it for night, and then it's like midnight, and I'm like inspired. Yeah. I'm like, why couldn't it be like 3?
They say between 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. male testosterone is the highest, and that's the best time to work out.
What times?
Between 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. I know. You're
not
going
to. I don't know about that, boss.
I'm just saying.
No, I agree. I mean, that's why I would love to get my sleep schedule in order and be able to lift in the morning because, like I just said, it like kickstarts your day. That's what I was talking to this girl about at the gym today was like because she was talking about how she's been working out in the afternoon. And it's kind of like killing her vibe throughout the day. And I was like, I totally feel that. Like I can't even remember the last time that I lifted before 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. Can't even remember. That's kind of sad.
Yes.
All right. What is your dream job? New question.
Okay. And this is going to sound kind of basic, but I'm going to back it up with some sound reasoning.
Bet.
I would like to own a microbrewery or a winery. And I feel like that's something you hear from like dreamers, all kinds of people, like just college kids saying, oh, we're going to go get drunk every day or we're going to do things like this. But to me, it's more of a networking opportunity. It's not, I don't want to go get trashed. I don't want to do these things. I've actually, since I've been 21, I've been doing a lot of like winery and brewery tours. And the outstanding joke in my friend group that is over the like drinking age is this guy goes to bars. He's not getting girls' numbers. He's getting LinkedIn connections.
He's getting LinkedIn connections. That's what you want.
No, it is what you want, and I think it's a great opportunity to network. And I think that if I could have a place that had an environment where I could foster that networking, it would just fulfill me in so many ways.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, that's a very social atmosphere.
Absolutely.
I mean, everyone's a little tipsy, everyone's extra talkative, and then you're just a talkative dude yourself. So I mean, that'd be a great thing I think for you to do. To start your own brewery or winery. That's honestly, don't let anyone hold you back. Or you said like that's a basic answer or something like that. Dude, you could do literally whatever.
I actually, on Valentine's Day weekend, I went to Abingdon Vineyards, which is in Abingdon, Virginia, which right next to Emory and Henry College. The owner of the winery, I bought a glass of wine after the tour, and I started talking to him about his business. And we connected on LinkedIn, and then he said, if you ever enter an MBA program and want an internship, come talk to me. We're trying to scale this thing up.
Ooh.
And, like, that's just tough.
Yeah,
like,
no,
that's awesome.
That's very awesome. Definitely hold that in your back pocket.
No, but it's connections like that you can make. Like, I would have never met that guy if I hadn't got an Airbnb tour.
Yeah. Do you have any aspirations? Like you said, do you have any aspirations to get your MBA?
I do. Most programs want you to work for 2 or 3 years after your undergrad.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping a company like Geico that would be able to actually pay for it. I'm lucky enough to be able to come out of undergrad without any loans. I know a lot of people aren't, but I really don't want to spend $60,000 a year for an MBA program.
Yeah. A whole lot of money. Like, for sure, the way to go about it is if you can have a company pay for it for sure the way to go about it.
Yeah, and I think another hard thing with that is also you get out and you start making money. I don't want to stop making money so I can go spend a year's worth of money
on a school again.
Yeah.
If you did, would you preferably like to go to a different school, or would you like to run it back at Radford?
I think so. I think I would like to go to a different school just to experience different things.
Yeah.
And also, if I do go to an MBA program, I think it would more than likely be a night thing. Like, I wouldn't be living the MBA program life.
Yeah.
Or like the undergrad life. It'd be, all right, I'm going to go to my 8 to 5 job and then
go to my
class
classes
till 9 and then go home, go to bed.
Yeah, I feel like when you get your master's, it's a totally different college experience. You know what I'm saying? You're not worried about the football game. You're not worried about what the cafeteria is serving.
Absolutely.
You're there for business.
Yeah,
and business
you're there
only.
with a purpose.
With a purpose, exactly. Should we get into the news segment?
Yeah, let's do it.
So last night I hit up JP. I had an idea in my head that well, of course in my head. I don't know where else you would get an idea, but I had an idea that for news segment that my guest will provide me 2 truths and a lie, and this is how we will conclude all shows in the future: 2 truths and a lie, and I have to detect what that lie is. JP, hit me with it.
All right. The Conjuring is my favorite movie. I have a weird addiction to orange airheads, and I have totaled 2 cars in my life, but didn't cause either accident.
See, I feel like the standout lie would be the car crash. Like, you've totaled 2 cars, but you weren't. Like, I feel like that would be like, oh, like, I feel like that's a true. Like, I feel like that's true. So it was The Conjuring's your favorite movie, and Airheads.
Orange Airheads. Orange Airheads.
Orange Airheads. I'm gonna say Orange Airheads. That's the lie.
It's The Conjuring.
Oh, dude, 0 for 1.
Yeah, I hate scary movies. I tap out at Scooby-Doo. Like,
really?
Yeah.
So you're not gonna see The Invisible Man that just came out?
Nope.
It looks scary. It looks very scary.
I'm not a big scary guy.
So Orange Airheads. You dig Orange Airheads?
Like, I can't pass Five Below without getting like 20.
That's something.
And then they barely make it 2 days.
Do you like other orange, like artificial stuff, like orange soda?
It's just Orange Airheads.
What about Orange Starburst?
I really don't drink soda. Orange Starbursts are good. I like All Starburst. I have a candy problem.
Yeah, that's something though. You might be like a part of like the 0.001% that has Orange Airheads as their favorite.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's just. I feel like most people like if I had to guess the ranking of Airhead flavors, it would be like blue raspberry, watermelon, cherry. Like somewhere those 3 are.
Orange is down
dispersed.
there with grape. It's like the flavor everyone hates.
Yeah, I know, but that's interesting. So The Conjuring was the lie.
Yeah, The Conjuring was the lie.
I should have paid attention because I feel like now in hindsight, it's like the first one he says is the lie. So it just like goes under, almost like under the carpet, like under the radar.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like he snuck it in there.
That was the plan.
So 0 for 1. All right. Well, I don't know. I'm going to keep doing it. Eventually, one of these days, I'm going to get someone.
Right.
I'll
you
get
should
someone.
keep your average.
Yeah, no, I'm going to.
Keep your average of how.
When I save this outline, because I make a document of the outline, I'm just going to add in 2 truths and a lie. I'm going to say what it was, and then just say 0 for 1.
Solid.
Well, we've been rolling for almost 34 minutes. It was a very, very solid episode. I'm happy you were able to join me for one. Any last words, any last shout-outs, or anything you want to say?
Thank you for having me. You guys can follow me on Instagram if you want, Jack_John_Paul, and check out my blog at harmonicsfitness.com.
Yep. Make sure you follow him on Instagram. Make sure you check out his blog. Both of them will be at the top of the description, so it doesn't take much searching to find it. Anything else?
No, I think I'm good to go.
You're good to go, man. It was a great
Thank
episode.
You so much.
Yeah, of course, dude. And hopefully we can have you on soon. Definitely, not hopefully. I'm going to have you on again before you graduate.
That would be great.
So, but guys, thank you very much for listening to Season 2, Episode 6. Today's date, March 2nd, 2020. My guest today, Mr. John Paul, the legend himself. As always, guys, these podcasts will be on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, and iHeartRadio. 7 other platforms that are in the description. Video feed, just pointed to the camera. Video feed on YouTube a couple days after the show. Please follow my social media accounts. Instagram, Mike M Show. Facebook, Michael Space Mar Show. And my Twitter, Mike M Show. Make sure to check out JP's in the description. Thank you guys very much, and have a great rest of your week, and take care. As always, peace out, Girl Scouts.